Social media loves Japan because they have sushi and anime. We love South Korea because they have K-pop and good skincare. These countries are constantly romanticized and praised on social media. But what about China? Hello everyone, it is Stargirl Online. I hope you're having a lovely day. Today we're going to be talking about Sinophobia on TikTok. This video was requested by this lovely commenter, Jazz. Thank you so much for requesting this video. I do want to remind y'all that I am open to requests, and I will be setting up a Google form in the description, which you can fill out with any topic requests that you have. So don't be afraid to reach out. And honestly, I love getting video requests because I end up learning a lot, especially with today's video. I did not realize just how badly Chinese people are represented on social media. So yeah, I just want to thank you, Jazz. I hope that this video, in the very least, brings some attention to this topic. That being said, I do want to acknowledge that I have a limited perspective. I'm coming to this topic as a Westerner, as a Mexican American, so I only ask that you as a viewer make note of that and try to seek out other perspectives on this topic. I think it's especially important that we prioritize and amplify the voices of Chinese people who are being directly affected by Sinophobia. So let's get into it. Let's start by defining Sinophobia. Sinophobia is a fear or dislike of Chinese people or Chinese culture. And we've seen it a lot in the West, especially in the US. We saw it a few years ago when President Donald Trump was calling the panoramic the Chinese virus. We saw it just a few weeks ago with the TikTok congressional hearing in the US.
You damn well know that you cannot protect the data and security of this committee or the 150 million users of your app, because it is an extension of the CCP. And with that, I yield back.
Can I respond, Chair?
No, we're going to move on. Gentlelady yields back.
Prior to today's hearing, did anyone affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party discuss this hearing with you, or anyone else on TikTok senior management?
Congressman, since I've been CEO of this company, I have not had any discussions with Chinese government officials.
So but what about the Chinese Communist Party itself? Have any of those officials discussed this with you?
Like I said, I have not had any discussion with Chinese government officials. I don't know the political affiliation of everybody I speak to, so I can't verify the statement.
And we also see it on TikTok, although it may not be as blatant. And I say this because I didn't know I was engaging with xenophobic content. You see, I engage with a lot of East Asian content. I love manga, I love K-pop, I love East Asian beauty trends, and some of the best literature I've ever read has been Chinese manga. Like, I'm not gonna lie. But I didn't realize that a lot of the content that I was being recommended on TikTok were mislabeling Chinese content as Korean or Japanese.
That's Chinese. Not the blatant xenophobia with 2 million views and 300,000 likes. Side-eye.
Can someone explain to me why every Chinese trend gets rebranded as Korean or Japanese? I'm guilty of believing it too. I saw these nails on TikTok and right away you're like, wow, those are beautiful Korean nails, right? But no, they're Chinese nails. It's like, okay, let me go do some research on what Chinese nails look like. Freaking Chinese characters and some red nails. Hideous. Okay, maybe it's just Google. It doesn't comprehend what I'm trying to ask. So let me type in Korean nails. Oh, no. Google understood what I was trying to find with Korean nails. It gave me beautiful, elegant nails. Wait, What is that? Literally Chinese characters that says that this picture came off of the Chinese Instagram 小红书. Why does this happen?
And I've learned that this is such a big issue. It's gotten to a point where Chinese brands will literally change their branding to look more Korean or Japanese because that's seen as more marketable. Like, I didn't know Miniso was a Chinese brand. I literally thought it was an extension of Uniqlo because they have such a similar branding, but it's not. And honestly, that's just so sad to me. I've seen people argue that it's not that deep, like it's just a beauty trend. I've seen people say trends like the Bing chilling trend or
早上好，中国！现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋，但是速度与激情就比冰淇淋速度与激情就
or the Jaffe memes. Are just jokes, but there's clearly something wrong here. We see Korea and Japan as these advanced societies with beautiful cultures, but then Westerners have painted this picture that Chinese products are dirty and cheaply made. They say China caused the whole panoramic and that we should be scared of them because they're stealing our data. The US government and media are trying to paint China as our enemy, and these TikToks only further that narrative. And it's not like I completely support the Chinese government or CCP. There's definitely a lot of nuance. There's a conversation to be had about like geopolitics in this situation, but I don't think it's ever fair to completely demonize a whole country of people, especially when none of us choose the country we're born in, and a lot of us don't have the luxury to move to another country. And as an American, I can attest to the fact that the government doesn't always reflect the views of all its people. Like, you would think I agree with the anti-trans, anti-abortion bills that are being passed in this country. Like, a few days ago, this idiot over here was saying that my people would be eating cat food if it wasn't for America.
Our economy is $23 trillion. Mexico's economy is $1.3 trillion. Ours is 18 times bigger. We buy $400 billion every year from Mexico. Without the people of America, Mexico, figuratively speaking, would be eating cat food out of a can and living in a tent behind an outback.
And this other idiot over here just passed a whole bill against immigrants, which is only really backfiring for him.
Miren mi gente, esto está pasando aquí en Florida. Son cientos de acres de cultivo que se echaron a perder. Son demasiados que realmente no puedo caminar todo eso porque es mucho. Y
miles y miles y miles de toneladas. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Porque este cabrón acaba de firmar la pinche ley esa de Florida. Aquí en Florida ya nadie quiere trabajar.
So I'm not about to stand here and say all Chinese people support their government or support the CCP and we should punish them for that. No, like that doesn't make sense. And this narrative, this stereotyping of all Chinese people leads to actual hate crimes and violence. This narrative affects the mental health and everyday lives of Asian people in this country. This narrative is killing people. So yeah, it is that deep, and it's not just a joke. The US government and media are clearly trying to develop this narrative that we should hate Chinese people. Why? I don't know. You know, there's conspiracy or whatever that like the US is scared that they're losing their power to China. I don't know. Again, I'm not about to go into that because it's not my area of expertise. But I would like to think that our generation, a generation that's grown up on the internet, has a level of media literacy. I would hope that they not easily fall into this propaganda. and acknowledge this xenophobia. The being chilling trend is xenophobic. The Jaffe memes are xenophobic. Relabeling Chinese content as Korean or Japanese is xenophobic. And all of it just needs to stop. And I hope that in 2023, we are not believing in and perpetuating this idea that we should hate Chinese people and that they are our enemies. So yeah, those have been my thoughts. As always, I would love to know what your thoughts are. Of course, I ask that you guys be kind and respectful. Racism is not tolerated. Girl, like, take that somewhere else. And I just want genuine discussions. I definitely want to hear about other people's perspectives. Has the Western narrative around China reached other people around the world? Have you noticed any of the content that I spoke of? Feel free to leave your thoughts in a comment down below. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Love you. Take care. Bye bye.